it hasn't been a good last few decades for Montana farming, and they've already kind of tried to find all sorts of ways to survive in a terrible agricultural economic environment. Again, I'm not a economist by trade. I'm not a farmer, aside from the fact that spent 3 summers working on a farm, but I do know that these farmers they see this opportunity, and the issue that farmers face in getting into this without the right resources in place, without the right expertise, the advisors. It's an expensive game to get into with the cost of genetics. I won't get into the specifics on why genetics for this are so important, but you can probably draw your own conclusions, and that's a topic for another day. But it's really hard for a farmer to go into this on their own. And for me, if looking back on all the projects that I've done, the companies that I've been involved in starting, and the companies that I currently have now, small, more boutique style companies and consulting businesses. If I could do it all over again, the first thing I would do is I'd go out and secure myself the biggest customer I could find and then launch a company. And that's essentially what I did. Once I came back from that trip from Montana, I surrounded myself with a team of people who I knew could help me prepare a very good business plan, a financial model, legal representation, consultants and advisors. I created my own little due diligence committee. I tapped into people who have been very successful in starting entrepreneurial endeavors like this. I spared no expense to get the right people to the table. And the great thing about this opportunity is a lot of people readily came to the table because this is the green rush, and they call it that for a reason. I personally was part of the .com boom, and I came in on that a little bit late, but I took good notes, and so for me, once I had that established, once I and that kind of launched the company in concept, I started working in tandem on both, an investor strategy for the company, and also defining and developing a strategic partnership and a preferred supplier agreement with Tyson Ranch. And Tyson Ranch has been an exceptionally good partner in this. They've been making preparations to come into the CBD space with their extraction facility in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. They are equipped to handle the largest clients in the world. When you are manufacturing, a product that's meant for a worldwide consumption, a consumer consumption, coming out of the biotech and pharmaceutical industry, I can tell you this: it has to be just right. It has to be just so. It has to fall. The documentation, the quality, everything has to be perfect. So, this is where my knowledge and experience from the past, and commercialization, and at this level of production of consumer goods, I feel they have an amazing plan. They already have a massive client in addition to their own consumer products they're coming out with. A CBD dog treat by Caesar Milan, who's not going to love that. They have Mike Tyson's Dwink product that's hitting the market. They have their own growing needs, but they have already secured a massive client, and there will be more to follow. And that is our first major client, and we consider ourselves partners. Rob Hickman, the CEO, Mike Tyson, Larry Neely, who's their CFO, their vice president of operations, Jason Benavidez. We have Chris Canali, who's their head of corporate development. It is a great team. We are in lockstep with each other. They know our success is their success. So to me, that was a great way of launching the company. I think what really put us over the edge is I knew I needed to establish this company in Montana. This is an opportunity I truly believe Montana can have many different opportunities, and we want to wear a lot of hats for them. We want to be their distribution channel. We want to be their growing consultant. We want to be anything they need us to be successful, to set up a long-term sustainable business that can thrive, that will elevate Montana's game, Montana farming community's game.